Hey guys, this is Dell with Davidson River Outfitters. Today we're going to be tying a soft hackle for the month of October. We're going to go with something a little bit like an October Caddis kind of colorway. Orange body, partridge soft hackle. Pretty simple fly, pretty straightforward. Very few materials, just a bit of dubbing and your partridge and your thread. So let's get started here. We're starting off with some 6/0 uni thread in black. Just started that jam knot on the hook there. We're going to take this to the bend of the hook, stopping about halfway to add in a little bit of wire ribbing. We're going with 0.2 millimeter Semperfli, a bright gold colorway. If I can get a section of that off for you here. Don't need a lot. It's a size 14 here. I tie these in 12 through 16. I'm just gonna take that to about the midpoint of the hook, right where the barb is. Keeping our thread flat. And work back up here, just to build a little bit of body. Cover up that wire. We want to leave about an eye length of space behind the hook eye for our soft hackle. Work our way back down here. I'm going to grab some ginger rabbit dubbing from hairline. Kind of a gingery orange color. Don't need a lot. Build a little bit of taper into the stubbing as well too. Thinner towards the hook, a little bit thicker as we get further away. I think this is going to be a little too much, but we'll work with it. Start back there at the bend. Put a little bit of taper as you're going up, and keep your dubbing tight on there. Get rid of any excess you think you might have. We're going to work this wire in open spirals up the body. Evenly spaced, right up to our tie-on point. I like to take 2 wraps over the wire, 1 in front. You can use that thread tension to helicopter the wire off. Gives you a clean break so you don't risk cutting your thread. Now for the thorax on this fly, we have a little bit of peacock eye stub. Kind of a shaggier synthetic. What I like to do with this is it comes in a pretty long length of fiber. I just take it at its midpoint and break it in half. Dub this on our thread. Put a nice bushy little ball of dubbing for that soft hackle to push up again so it doesn't collapse entirely in the water. Helps keep its profile when it's wet. Get that dubbed on there a little bit tighter. Again, any excess you can just pull right off. I can kind of preen this back, give you some clean working area up front here. You're going to want to grab your Hungarian partridge. Look for Roughly appropriate size feather here for a size 16. Not gonna go too big. I'll look for a little bit darker feather too, kind of complement those colors. See if we can get one with a little bit more modeling on it. Okay, that's our feather there. We're gonna pull all this after shaft off, get all the fluff off, pare it down a little bit. We don't need those super long fibers. You can take it by the tip and separate it. Wet your fingers a little bit, bring them back, just keep them out of the way here. I'm going to spin my thread counterclockwise so it jumps backwards so we can catch right at our tie down point there. Get some good, nice tight thread wraps. Make sure that partridge ain't going to come out. Sneak a one wrap in front. Could tie the tip of the feather backwards, kind of reduce waste and lock it in a little bit tighter. You get good enough thread wraps on the initial tie down, and I'll find that's super necessary. Let's see here. It's gonna be all hands for a second. I'm gonna preen our soft hackle fibers back. As we work that feather forward. We're going to tie it off. I use my offhand to tie these off. I just find it a little bit easier to sneak some wraps over that stem, which you can do. And since I want to build a little bit of a head on this fly anyways, is I'll walk the thread back up on top of that stem, make it a little bit more secure. It won't pull out as easily. If a fish gets in there with its tooth, take your scissors, cut it off at the base. I'll build up just a small little thread head here. Kind of wrap a little bit over the stem that we wrapped. Just to add a little bit of protection. And grab your whip finish tool or whip finish with your hands. Couple 3 to 5 turn whip finishes. You are golden. So that's our little October Caddis soft hackle. Let's see if that focus will readjust there. Orange body, nice peacock thorax on there, little ball of dubbing. Keep those partridge fibers kind of spread out and splayed in the water. There you go, little October soft hackle.